Now, new details now on a deadly deputy-involved shooting in North Lauderdale. Investigators say a Broward County Sheriff's deputy was forced to open fire after a 26-year-old armed man charged at him.
Now, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating. CBS 4's Joan Murray is live at the scene in North Lauderdale with more on that investigation. Joan.
Well, Lauren, Jim, this plaza is off McNabb Road, right by Rock Island. To just give you an idea where this all happened 20 hours ago. We're learning more about the man who was shot here. He is from Parkland. He has a minor criminal history, including a charge of stealing a tip jar from an Oakland Park restaurant. The Broward sheriff is saying the deputy who fired did everything by the book, but some are wondering, did it have to end this way?
I heard pow pow, and then a lot of police were here, so the lights and everything, and I heard screams.
Chantal Baptiste nearly found herself in the middle of what would be a deadly deputy confrontation Thursday night.
Very traumatic. Like, my heart is pounding now just coming here and see the blood.
As she was coming out of another store, 26-year-old Jeffrey Sachs was in a tense standoff in the parking lot with a BSO deputy. Sachs, minutes earlier, was in the Ross store waving a knife and cutting himself.
Our deputy actually elected to try to de-escalate by doing a tactical retreat, backing away from the individual as he continued to come towards him with a knife. At some point, the individual failed to comply and just flat out charged him with the knife, at which time the deputy fired to defend himself.
Chantal captured paramedics trying to revive Sachs. He died at the hospital.
I was in tears because with all of what is happening with the police shooting, I was like, wow.
The bottom line is he's out crying. He's crying out for help.
Former FBI agent and legal analyst Stuart Kaplan said while you cannot second guess the deputy's response, there may have been an alternative.
Did anybody summon a crisis intervention type of person who would have that expertise, that additional training that may have been more effective in de-escalating this situation and ultimately getting this person the help that obviously he needed?
Last summer, BSO Sheriff Gregory Tony outlined guidelines for bringing down police violence, including how to de-escalate a situation.
And I think our deputies did an outstanding job trying to de-escalate this.
And while the Department of Law Enforcement now dissects what happened here, Stuart Kaplan said police agencies are starting to tackle the difficult job of de-escalating mental health emergencies.
The departments that have been successful in dealing with mental health type of crisis situations have actually recruited and brought on to the police force psychologists, psychiatrists, clinical professionals. And because of the ability to be able to utilize certain techniques, it seems to be very effective.
So the Florida Department of Law Enforcement just beginning its investigation. This is going to take a while. Meantime, again, the sheriff is saying that this deputy followed department policy. He is on administrative leave as per department rules. In North Lauderdale tonight, Joan Murray, CBS 4 News.